AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. But Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in Week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. They've run again on first down. Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second and 12, Cousins escaping the pressure right. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. On third and 1, here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And some space here. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 43 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. But now he's going to use his legs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Anthony Barr brought it
Just
down.
not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all.
And
they did a really nice job staying in their
down.
proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That third down conversion good for 23.
First down,
That's a play
Green
that'll
Bay.
likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 38. Rodgers throwing complete here to St. Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. On first down, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams.
Rodgers pass.
A gain of 6
Complete
there on
to
first.
Davante Adams.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Rodgers pass. Complete to
It's
Aaron
a nice
Jones.
pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams.
Rodgers
touchdown,
pass.
Green
Complete
Bay.
to number 17, Davante Adams.
A 9-yard touchdown there.
Green
And
Bay.
the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Right there. 54.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 23-yard
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
2nd and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Number 33.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd and inches, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
On the tackle.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Cousins from the gun on third. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
The Packers take over the first and 10.
Either way.
You got it.
I just want to run past
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
For Green Bay.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, you block over here. Single receiver. Hey,
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Packers.
Blue 58. Vikings 59. All day, defense, all day. Mike, check.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And Cook running on first down, but this defense up to the task there as they stop him before he can even get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1 officially.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings
a
up
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Stop your whining. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, check.
Cousins now from the 50. They'll roll him out right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right right side by Jones.
Rodgers pass.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
1 yard gain.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I'm here. Get 300. Get 300.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a Packer first down.
They'll run on first down. Jones. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Rodgers now on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First
and a nice gain of 21 yards. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll try again with Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 13-year man puts it through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's the end
So we've reached halftime here on
with the
opening
score,
weekend as we
all-time.
send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and this belongs to the Vikings. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On the carry.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They try again with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Sliding out of the pocket, toward the pylon, caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown,
Dalvin
Vikings.
Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Makes the score.
Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action. Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch the whip. Check.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd and 2. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
11 yards there,
Anthony
1st down.
On the tackle.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The tackle
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At
now they'll throw with Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones.
Rodgers pass.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid gain.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
By
Rashawn Gary. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins throwing left side. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First down, Green Bay.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end.
Rodgers pass.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Mike Hughes.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over first down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the break, aren't they?
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
The 41-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
4-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Packers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At the 24-yard
Not totally
line.
home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second
It's
down.
now 2nd and 6 at the Packers' 20-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Alexander Madison.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And they will take a knee here.